Hi everybody, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a weekly message for the collective. And at the end of the reading, I will pull one card for each zodiac sign. Be sure to listen for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I really appreciate y'all so much. Also, feel free to like, comment, share, any of those things. It really helps the channel to grow, and again, I do appreciate it. You can also follow me on other social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, etc. All the links for that are below. I am currently open for personal readings, so if you'd like a personal reading, click the link in the description box. And I would love it if you would also join us over in the community on Patreon, where I do all kinds of other readings. So if you want more access, please join us over on Patreon. We would love to have you. So let's just hop into this week here. This week we have Mercury retrograde starting on Monday the 27th. I want to say it goes till October 16th or somewhere around about there, with a shadow period following. So I'm saying that by the time we get into the first week of November, we should be clear of this Mercury retrograde energy. And if you're anything like me, you're already feeling it, having the traditional Mercury retrograde things already pop up. You might find me stumbling with my words. I had a flat tire on my car. All these are all things that have happened before the retrograde even is fully officially kicked off. But this retrograde is unique in that it's happening in the sign of Libra. And so this might really be one of them ones. They often say that people from the past return during Mercury retrogrades. And I would say in this particular Mercury retrograde, you might really be able to expect that past situations are coming up to be rebalanced so that you can move forward on more sturdy footing. So let's just go ahead and hop into this reading and see what messages want to come through for the collective. I'm going to start with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. We'll lean in with the Arcanum Tarot, and then we'll pull the card for each sign with the what's it called? The Tarot of Mystical Moments. My nose is already itching, so I don't know what's about to come out in this reading, but it's about to be real. Messages for the collective, please. Thank you. All right. Whoop. This is a lot of cards that came out here. We're going to take them all, but it's a lot of cards. We have Intentionality, Eye of the Needle. We have Moon Maiden, New Beginnings. Okay. We have Stars in the Sky, Limitless Possibilities. So I'm just going to start with those three, and I will say that it feels like people are starting to realize where they may have been moving through life sort of willy-nilly, and understanding that it's time to be more deliberate about be more deliberate in action, be more deliberate aligning their actions with their intentions, and wanting to have second chances at things. It's like I said, in this Mercury retrograde, things might be coming back up to revisit. And I would say leave yourself open to the possibility. You know, there are again limitless possibilities when something comes back up to be reconsidered or revisited, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that you re-engage with whatever is coming back towards you in the same way that you engaged with it before, but leave yourself open to the possibility of having that thing evolve and change in the same way that you have evolved and changed since the last time, that you engaged with the energy. Wow. You know, this is in the hand. The universe is your partner. So listen, your spirit team, God, your angels, your ancestors, they're all working for you here. And so whatever's coming back into your energy field is not meant to thwart you off of your path. Okay. It's actually meant to, like, there may be some sort of like nugget of information. It could be closure that you are receiving here, that's going to help you to be able to move forward, in a more balanced way. It could be, it could just liberate you from the past. Like, you could just be being freed from your past right here with this Sky Dancer card, surrender. But it is going to allow you, it's going to afford you a new perspective. It's going to allow you to like sort of pull yourself, if like you haven't been able to really see clearly like why something happened the way it happened, or like what, like, or yeah, if you were like in the like sort of like in the, like, this is dust devil energy where everything was sort of like the past was sort of hazy, there was like a fog or a lot of dust like that you left behind you. This is going to move you out of that stagnation. It's going to clear, the past is being cleared up for you, so you no longer have to look back there and wonder. It's going to clear things up for you. So this could be with anything, right? It could be with like, you know, some sort of past career opportunity, and you're like, I wonder why that didn't work out. Well, you're about to find out why it didn't work out. Or it could be with a past relationship and like feeling like you didn't get the closure that you wanted. You're about to get it. Or it could be like with family and being able to sort of revisit something and so that you can gain a new perspective on it and be able to sort of move forward with clearer vision. Okay, let's see. Let's get into this really quick. Messages for the collective, please. Yes. Wow. Okay. All right. We're going to just keep it at that. Page of Cups. Some of you are getting an apology. There's an apology coming in, or you are setting out to offer an apology for others of you. Put yourself where you go. But you have the Eight of Cups in the reverse coming out here. So again, this is that energy of something returning to you. The Eight of Cups in the upright is walking away from something, so that you can, walking away from something that's not serving you in pursuit of something that will. The Eight of Cups in the reverse, though, is revisiting something. It's revisiting. Oh yeah, some of you are getting an apology. You have all these pages out here. This is revisiting something where you were like, there was some happiness, there was some joy, there was some contentment, some bliss, some harmony, or someone walked away from, and coming back around to it. There's coming back around to it because there's some abundance to be had there. Recognizing and possibly recognizing the beauty in a situation that maybe it wasn't seen before. It wasn't appreciated. Something wasn't appreciated before, and now it's like, ooh, yeah. Now it's like somebody had a chance to sit with their intuition here, to get in balance with their feelings, to get into their feeling self, into their emotional body, and is now recognizing with a new perspective that they may have walked away from something where there was actual bliss, where there was actual joy, where there was actual harmony, and they may have moved into something that seemed like a little bit chaotic, right? So now they're moving away. The Six of Swords here, they're moving out of chaos into calmer waters, or back to calmer waters, as it were, moving back to calmer waters with the World card here, ending out a karmic cycle so that they can begin a new, like a new cycle can begin. Also here, like somebody may have like, they might just feel like with these two wands in the hand, they just might feel like they made the wrong choice, the wrong decision here. And they're going back to rectify the situation. Yeah, because they want to have a victory. They may have moved, yeah. The time away with the Hermit card, this person has learned a lot in their time away from whatever the situation is. They have really, again, gotten into their feeling center, gotten in touch with their heart space, and are realizing now what sort of lights them up. They've been enlightened. They've been enlightened in this energy. They have, and they're making a clear choice and a clearer choice and a clearer decision. Like if they felt like they made the wrong choice before, right? They maybe ended a cycle in pursuit of another cycle where there was no victory because the Six of Wands came out in the reverse, right? They may have went in pursuit of something where there was no victory. They learned a lot from that situation. Somebody learned a lot from going forward into something where there was no victory for them, and so now they're backtracking, retracing their steps here. Oh, the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, making a different choice, making a different decision for themselves, and ready to work. Yeah, ready to do some work. They have like now they're using their intuition. They may have been operating out of some other energy previously, right? They may have been making choices and decisions not based on their intuition, but just maybe based on animus or based on logic or whatever. But now they're basing their movements on their intuition, right? And they don't want to. They're not. There's no more waiting. It almost feels like they've waited a minute to sort of make this move backwards, and now it's time to. They're ready to put in the work that's necessary to get back to where they were. Wow, to the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles showing themselves. Just to get back to where they were able to build, where they felt like they were building something. But I don't think they recognized that they were actually building something. They were more interested in having a good time. They may have been like, they may have been like trying to juggle two different lifestyles or something like that. And like they fumbled one, they dropped one. But again, here, coming back around to it because they've gotten in touch with their heart space and they're ready to make an emotional offer back to that thing where what they previously thought was not serving them, and then realized quickly when there was no victory where they went that they were actually building something. They were actually building some sort of legacy. They were actually building some sort of wealth. They were actually building some sort of longevity where in a space. Like somebody may have moved and been like, oh, this is not the right move. Like they may have like moved locations, moved cities, moved like countries, and been like, oh, this was a mistake. I should have never moved, or something like that. But now they're making their way back. They're making their way back. Where they were building this Ten of Pentacles, and then they decided to like take two pentacles and run. They're only coming back with one pentacle, so they may have like lost resources like in the process. They may have like had like some sort of like financial setback in the process. Excuse me, that's for somebody. They may have had some sort of financial setback in the process, and because they may have gotten dupes. They may have fallen for some illusions. They fallen into some dreamy energy. I want to say like what do you call it? Like they may have invested in some sand castles. Thank you, Spirit. They may have been investing in some sand castles. Oop. Yeah. They may have just like been the fool. They may have played the fool here. They may have played the fool here. They may have played the fool here. Yes. They may have played the fool here, and then they were they came up against some harsh energies. Some harsh energies. Things started collapsing around them, and they're realizing like, oh, made a wrong turn. Made a not even made a wrong turn. It was basically like made a concerted decision to move away from some abundance that I was creating, that I was building up. Some sort of happiness, bliss. Somebody may have left a family. Somebody may have like I don't know. They just moved away from something that they were creating that was going to be really abundant for them. And maybe got impatient here with this Two of Pentacles. They maybe got impatient and like stepped right into this harsh energy, where all of a sudden things just started crumbling around them. Bad decision. Bad decision. It was hasty decision, not bad, hasty. Thank you, Spirit. They made a hasty decision. Did not look before they leaped. And that wound up biting them in the booty. It wound up biting them in the booty. And they, the Queen of Pentacles is out here on the side. They wound up taking some dings to their self-worth, and creating a lot more anxiety for themselves than they anticipated. This decision to move toward whatever they moved toward, where there was no victory, wound up Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. It left them like really sorrowful, heartbroken, longing for the past, and like feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling a lack of self-worth, a lack of resources. This person may have been like really down bad emotionally, and down bad. Like this is rock bottom, is what I'm going to say. This person hit a rock bottom and is realizing, like, if they're tracing back the steps, they're saying, how did I get here? And it leads back to this one decision that they made to go toward, like, to leave something behind that felt like it was like emotionally stable and growing in terms of like longevity. It had the promises of longevity. Thank you, Spirit. Had the promises of longevity, and leaving that behind for a good time. And that led to this sort of lack and poverty, heartbreak, sorrow, sadness. And now there's healing. Now they want to heal it. Ooh, beautiful. They've grown up. This person has grown up and is ready to be mature. Is ready to heal a situation because they have healed. They are actively in the process of their healing. They're taking accountability for their healing here, and want to go back and offer something to the situation. Wow, they see the truth. They're seeing more clearly now. This person wasn't seeing clearly before, and now they're seeing more clearly. And with the Ace of Wands right after that, wow, you have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles showing themselves. So yeah, this person is now seeing more clearly, and because they have matured and they want a fresh start. They want a fresh start in the situation. They don't want the manipulation, the lies, the sneakiness. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. They want truth. They want to come through with clarity, and they're willing to be patient and wait for it because they focused on their healing. They have spent time focusing on their healing. After after hitting rock bottom, right? They had time to focus on their healing and figure out what looks like success for them. What looks like success, what's driving success for them, and so now they're ready. Now they're ready to move forward. I don't know who this is for. This could be somebody who was like not ready for like somebody who wasn't ready like for like they stepped into a career that they weren't ready for, and they fumbled the bag. This could be somebody who like wasn't mature enough for a relationship that they found themselves in. This could be somebody who moved to a new city, state, or something like that, and is realizing like that was a mistake, and they were building something really valuable where they were before, and so they want to go back. Take it however it resonates for you. But somebody's grown up here. Somebody is really invested in their healing, and is ready to is ready to go back, right, to a point where they felt like they were having success. 2020 on the timer here when I'm looking. 2020. Maybe they're going back to where they were in 2020. Maybe they walked away from this thing in 2020, and now it's time for them to go back there. I don't know. Let me get a mystical shaman oracle before I jump into the cards for every sign here. Ooh. What do we have? The Ancient Ones. The first card in the deck, going back to square one. Square one, we're going back to square one. They're being guided back to square one. Thank you, Spirit. Being guided back to square one. It says, the Ancient Ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realizations. The Ancient Ones are inviting you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for the earth. Go ahead. Find out who you are becoming 10,000 years from now. If you accept the invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than you can chew, because you have unlimited spiritual resources available right now. The Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions and be sure they are of the highest integrity. Not forgiving the ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your generational curses. Forgive the ones that you need to release. Honor your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. This is like the karmic debt has been paid here, and you are free to make choices to shape and craft the destiny that you now can see for yourself, right? That you dare to see for yourself. You may have you just may not have been ready. You may have bitten off more than you can chew previously, and now you're ready for that mouthful. You may have previously bitten off more than you can chew, but now you're ready, and you think like this is something that you now have prepared yourself to handle because you've taken accountability for your own healing, or someone has. Okay, so that is the collective message. I really hope that it resonated with somebody out there. Let's hop into getting a card for each zodiac sign. I'm not going to take reversals on these. Card for each zodiac sign, please. Jeez, y'all. All right. One more. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut it. All right, Aries. Ooh, Aries, you have the Tower. So there's a major disruption happening here. Whether you like it or not, there's a major disruption. It feels like you might be trying to hold something together that doesn't want to be held together. You're being asked to let it crumble. Like don't sacrifice yourself, right? Don't sacrifice yourself. You don't have to go down with the ship or something. Aries, you might feel like you have to go down with the ship, but it feels like you don't have to. Like it feels like this foundation is not sturdy. Clearly, it's the Tower card. The Tower comes down because the foundation wasn't sturdy in the first place, right? And so you just need to you have to recognize that you've been holding together a crumbling facade. A crumbling facade. Interesting. Once you let it fall, you'll be able to pull the things of value from the rubble and then build up again to start fresh again. But it's like it's almost like you're afraid that you're going to be sort of left naked and everybody's going to see things as for what they were when this facade falls down. And that may be true. Like you may be. It feels like embarrassment. It feels like there's a little bit of embarrassment about this, but it's okay. That's okay. Like, listen, Tower moments happen to everyone. They happen when we hold on too hard to something that is wanting to end, right? And so let's allow this Tower to crumble, and if you allow it to happen, you reduce the casualty. Okay, that was Aries. Taurus. You have the Two of Wands here. This is a crossroads here. You're making a choice. Are you going to stick with what you know, stick with what's comfortable for you, or are you going to dare to try to expand beyond your limitations? Thank you, Spirit. You have a choice now to stick with what's comfortable for you or expand beyond your limitations. It feels very much like you're trying very hard to have it both ways, and it doesn't feel like that's possible. You're not going to be able to have it both ways because the weight of the world is kind of like what you're used to, right? What feels comfortable for you, albeit heavy. That needs to be released in order for you to get to this moon energy, to get out into the cosmos that you are sort of staring at, right? And so you're gonna have to choose one or the other. You've reached the you're as close as you can get right now to your expansion without having to release something so that you can soar. My Tauruses, it's time to release that thing that is sort of how do I want to put this? Release the thing that is that feels like. It's like you're trying to get out, you're trying to get out of the comfort zone. You're trying to get out of the comfort zone while simultaneously holding on to it. And it doesn't work that way. You can't leave it and take it with you at the same time. So it's you're being asked to do the daring thing, to embrace the expansion, to venture into some unknown territory. And allow it to be illuminated as you go. Okay, that's Taurus. Gemini, the Hermit card. Gemini, you want to this might be a time for you to seek refuge away from other people who are trying to I don't know. It almost is making me feel like you're Gemini, are you in danger? Or it's almost like yeah, it's coming through as being in danger. Like, I feel like this mermaid is trying to escape being fished, like being like fished out of the ocean. So in order to do that, she seeks refuge in the lighthouse, because the lighthouse is up high, so she can get like get more perspective and see like more clearly everything that's going around her. See like see the dangers, see like the incoming storms, and also see the light. Right? Also see the light. So the hermit removes themselves from where they are in order to become enlightened, and she is becoming enlightened, removing herself from a situation that felt like a little bit dark, a little bit scary, a little bit like too much of the unknown, so that she could get the information that she needed, so she could get the perspective that she needed in order to make clearer decisions. And that feels like very much, Gemini, like what you're doing, like pulling back so that you can get some perspective, so that you can see, so that you can have a clearer idea of like who's trying, like who's got your best interest and who doesn't, like who is bringing light to your world and who isn't, who and then also so that you can get your divine guidance here with these birds here. This is like divine guidance, so that you can get closer to God, right? And hear those God whispers. Hear those God whispers, so that you can make better decisions moving forward. Okay. That was Gemini. This is Cancer. Cancer, the Page of Swords. Learning new things, disseminating information. Cancers, you might be like some of you, I keep getting this for Cancers too. Some of you are taking up a new course of study. Some of you are sort of like some of you are spreading yourselves too thin. Thank you. Some of you Cancers are spreading yourselves too thin, and you need to like focus. Thank you. Focus in. Time to focus in. Time to focus in. Others of you that like be careful. Like somebody might be like watching you, making sure that you're. Thank you. They're saying making sure that you are who you say you are, or you know what you say you know, or something like that. So I mean, who cares what they think? But like know that you have like some looky-loos here, some looky-loos, some people who think that they're wiser than you are. Cancer. Somebody thinks that they're smarter than you, they know more than you, or this is you to somebody else. However you want to do it, but be careful of spreading yourself too thin. I think that's like the big message here of like trying to do it all, trying to know it all, trying to be it all. Like you might be giving yourself heartburn or anxiety, and you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, and then you take care of yourself first, and then pour out, because there is something about like your energy just being like out in the wind, too much energy being expended. Okay, that's Cancer. Leo. Ace of Cups, Leo. Big love. Okay, so it could be big love. Some of you might be experiencing a lot of love from a lot of different people. But others of you, there's a love situation that is transforming. Whether or not that's like your love of self here is transforming. Yeah, it could very much be like your love of self is transforming from the inside out. Thank you, Spirit. I was trying to figure out what these her ribs are showing or something. I was trying to figure out what that has to do with anything. But like you're transforming from the inside out. You are. You are learning to express yourself in new ways, like unabashedly. Thank you. You're expressing yourself unabashedly because you're recognizing that that you are worthy, that you are worth it. Who am I doing? Leos? This is Leos. You also are having love is transforming you in a way. Like you're experiencing some sort of love energy that is transforming you, and that is like being expressed outwardly. And then so it's like that the domino effect of love is what I'm getting. So like there's love that's transforming you, you're expressing that transformation, which is then transforming others out in the world, right? So there's this domino effect of love here. You also, like, yeah, you're just loving yourself here. You're loving yourself. You're looking at your reflection in the water here, and like realizing just how beautiful you actually are. And that is sort of manifesting in this outward expression of love to the world. The more you love yourself, the more you can love outwardly. And so that is happening as well. On another note, some of you may get some new waist beads. That's coming through. Some of you might get some new waist beads. Yeah. Okay. That's Leo. Virgo, the Chariot, slowly moving forward. Like this is slowly moving forward. I think you're reluctantly moving away from a situation. You may have like built something up to be like, and like thought that it was going to be one thing. See this castle in the background. You thought that it was going to be this very grand experience here. You may have built it up, and now realizing that is not what is written, what is destined. You're reluctantly moving away from it, but it feels like there's like a bit of like solemnity. Is that a word? Like you're feeling very solemn about having to do this. It's like you don't like there's Virgo. It's like if you could slow it down. If you could slow it down, if you could go back, it's almost like there's this energy of like maybe just one more chance. Like if I just go back, like you're trying to figure out what you could do, what you could change about you in order to go back into the situation. It doesn't feel like you need to change anything. It feels like the situation was not aligned. Feels like the situation was not aligned. You are aligned with this forward movement though, because I see the shell mirroring the shell of the Chariot here. So you are aligned with the forward movement, but it doesn't feel like that's like you're not like in your head, you know that that's what you should be doing, but your heart is like still like back at the castle. Your heart is still back at the castle. But like you're like in this situation, head over heart. Keep moving forward, slow as it may be. Keep moving forward. Some of you also might be getting like some new snail mucin for your skincare routine, Virgos. I don't know, but anyway, keep moving forward, Virgos. I know that like you feel like you're leaving your heart in an empty castle. You don't want to leave your heart there. You don't want to leave your heart there. Okay. You want to move forward with integrity toward your next destination. It's going to be slow going for a while, so don't expect there to be like any miraculous, like all of a sudden you're like everything's great. This is like keep moving forward slowly. There's something good on the other side of this. There's something good for you on the other side of this. Something more aligned. Okay, that was Virgos. This is Libras. The Three of Swords. Separating from something, but healing as well. It's like you know, the heart was pierced, but it's like that point of piercing helped it to bloom into this new, and like you're understanding the beauty of your heart, how beautiful your heart is through heartbreak. Oh, Libra, understanding how beautiful your heart is through heartbreak, and that's actually a healing energy because you're untangling yourself. Feels like you're untangling yourself here. Feels like this isn't your first rodeo either. This isn't the first time that this has happened to you. It feels like it's happened to you like you might have let the same person like hurt you 3 times, like 3 times in a row, 3 times. Yeah, you might have let you might have been hurt by the same thing 3 times, or hurt by something, hurt by a similar thing 3 times, or something like that. Yeah, because there's these 3 tiers, and then there's the three arrows here, but like it's third time's the charm. Now you're realizing the beauty of your heart, and you're ready to actually heal through this so that you don't have to repeat it again, Libra. This is beautiful. You're untangling. You're untangling. You're getting yourself out of the bramble, out of the weeds, right? And moving into a clearer energy that's going to honor this beautiful rose of a heart that you have. Okay, that was Libra. Scorpio. Temperance card. This is another card of healing, right? So Libras and Scorpios are both healing. So this is another card of healing and balance, bringing yourself into balance. This is also like letting something go that doesn't want to be held anymore, Scorpio. It doesn't want to be held anymore. So if you let it go, right, you bring more balance into your life because you allow what wants to be there to stay. So, don't try to hold on to something that doesn't want to be there. Is what I want to say to you, Scorpio. Don't try to hold on to anything that doesn't want to be there. Know that, like, you're protected. Like, if you're like scared to let something go because you feel like, oh, if I let this thing go, that's going to screw me in the end. It's going to put everything out of balance. You're protected. So just allow things that don't want to be there to leave. And then you will make more space for what does want to be there. You'll make more space, and that energy will help to create the balance for you, right? That energy will help to bring about the peace here. The Temperance card is also about, the Temperance card is also about like turning something that is like turning a negative into a positive, right? And so like it's like something leaving, and you're seeing that as a bad thing. How can we flip that into something that's positive? So maybe it like maybe now that you don't have to take care of that one thing, you have more resources in order to welcome something else into your life, right? Or into whatever arena this has to do with. Okay, so try to shift the perspective. Instead of focusing on what you're quote unquote losing, focus on how much space you're making to bring in the things that you're going to be needing moving forward. That was Scorpio. This is Sagittarius. 6 of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, make sure you're sharing. Make sure it's like it feels like you're getting a lot. Like you're getting a lot of rewards, a lot of 6 of Pentacles. Like everything's coming your way, and make sure that you are spreading the wealth. Thank you, Sagittarius. Make sure that you are spreading the wealth. It feels like you might have. You just have like a little angel on your shoulder, making sure that you get your fair share. And it's like, yes, it's yours, but also you can if you share it, you make room in your cup for more. Okay, so something like that. Something not like not being like greedy here. Stop being greedy. So like it's like, yeah, Sagittarius, like make sure that you are spreading the love, sharing the love as it comes toward you. Even if you're like, even if you feel like what you're getting isn't like everything that you deserve, you're like, well, this is good, but it's not really enough for me to share. It is like you can give like one, you can spare a drop. Can you spare a drop, Sagittarius? Can you spare one drop? I think you can. And I think that it will be greatly appreciated. I think that the gratitude that you get in return is going to be worth more than that drop ever was, because the energy that comes from the gratitude is going to feed your soul, nourish your spirit. Okay, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the 6 of Wands, the hummingbird energy. Capricorn, you create the sweetness of life. You create it. Okay. It's not something that is sort of like, that is like magically raining down upon you. You create the sweetness of life, right? And then you move toward it. Okay. So know that this is all, like, it's all in your hand, like the directional flow of your abundance, the directional flow of your joy, of your happiness. It's all a choice. It's all within your control here. You see how she's holding on to the flower where the hummingbird is getting the nectar from. It's all within your control. You're steering the ship here, right? So don't give up your power. Don't give up your power to anything else that says like my happiness is dependent on blah blah blah, or my success is dependent on blah blah blah. It's not. It's not. You're in control. You're in control of the ship. You are steering the hummingbird. You're steering the hummingbird toward the sweetness of life. And all the nectar is yours. All the nectar is yours already. You already have it. You already have it, and it will continue to be provided for you too. So don't give up your power. Don't give up your power here. Don't give up your power to any outside entity. You're steering the ship. That was Capricorn. Aquarius. Capricorn, also be careful of, this is weird, eating grapes. Somebody might like choke on a grape. It's so random and so weird. Just be careful. Somebody might choke on a grape. Okay. Aquarius. The Sun card. Aquarius. Very healthy. Feeling very healthy. And being like, it's almost like you're seeing very clearly, and it's because you are allowing yourself to be divinely guided. It's like you're not just depending on your own vision here. You know that like there's a greater force, a greater power working in your life here, that is helping to shape your perspective. So even though it looks like one of her eyes is covered, right? It's covered by this bird, and birds are always like sort of like spirit team. It's being your vision is being guided by your spirit team. Thank you. So trust it, even if it feels like, dang, I'm I'm moving based on things that I cannot necessarily see, right? But know that it's leading you toward a blessing. You're being led straight toward a blessing. Your health is also looking up here. Your health is also looking up. Some of you might also be traveling toward a warm and sunny place here soon. You flying there, somewhere where you have to fly to. But yeah, like, if you're feeling like, dang, my head is in the clouds, like this is not like none of this is like feeling practical or feeling like it's based in reality, that's okay. You're being led toward a blessing here, Aquarius. Okay. That was Aquarius. Pisces, last but not least. Pisces, you have the King of Cups here. This is your energy. So you're feeling you're feeling very emotionally balanced right now, but you also have a great amount of emotional reserve. I think, right? It's like this is like the moment before you do something or say something or make a move in some sort of way. It's like you're bringing, like you have a lot of emotional reserve. Like you're not. I don't think people really know how you feel. Like you're being very even keeled. Thank you, Spirit. You're being very even keeled. Nobody knows how you feel, but you have like extremely deep emotions. I think there's an element of fear that's deep down inside about whatever this move that it is that you're going to make. There's an element of fear, but there's also like this overwhelming faith that everything is going to work out fine, which is what's allowing you to stay even keel as you as you get yourself toward this next move. Yeah, you're not showing your hand. I see the hand in the pocket here. You're not necessarily showing your hand. You don't want people to sense the fear, so you're kind of keeping it buried. You don't want people to sense the fear because it makes you a target. This is what you're saying. And also you have this, like, while the fear may be there, it's like you also have these birds here that are like letting you know that, like, as you, like, that you're being, like, that you're protected, that you're protected, that you're going to find yourself on, that you're going to find your way to shore very soon here. But it's almost like you can't let your emotions overwhelm you here, Pisces. Stay in your power. And your power is in your ability to, keep the fear under control. It's keeping the fear under control here. Keeping the fear under control. Not letting it come up and, like, come into your speech or, like, get into your head, but, like, keeping the fear under control. Some of you might have the bubble guts. Sorry about that. Like, some of you, it might be manifesting in the bubble guts, but, just shit it out and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. All right, y'all. That has been the weekly message. I really hope that this message resonated with someone out there. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment if you're so inclined. Feel free to follow me on all other social media. I am open for personal readings, and feel free to join us over on Patreon. Links for everything is below, as well as timestamps. I am sending y'all so much love, so much peace, and so many blessings, and I will see you in the next video.